Some individuals earn recognition through their work, others become synonymous with the very craft that they represent. Today's guest belongs to the latter. If you spent any time around the world of Venetian plaster over the last decade, chances are that you've came across the work, the voice, the influence, or the passion of the man who needs no introduction, Gian Carlo. For more than a decade, Gian Carlo has stood at the forefront of decorative plaster's modern renaissance, utilizing every available platform to showcase and educate and inspire a global audience. From YouTube to Instagram, Facebook to TikTok, his commitment to advancing the awareness of Venetian plaster has been relentless. In fact, one could say that if those platforms have never existed, Gian Carlo would have found a way to create one himself, simply to ensure that the world discovered the beauty, the artistry, and the timeless appeal of Venetian plaster. He didn't invent Venetian plaster, nor would he ever claim to have. Yet few would argue that he played a meaningful role in bringing an ancient craft into the modern conversation. When much of the knowledge surrounding decorative plaster was shared quietly among a select few, Gian Carlo opened the doors, turned on the cameras, and invited the world in. Through his videos, demonstrations, projects, educational content, he introduced countless of homeowners, designers, architects, contractors, and artisans like ourselves to a craft that has existed for centuries, helping bring new attention and appreciation to an industry that many people had never seen before. Known through Miami and far beyond as the Marmorino King, Gian Carlo has built a reputation not only as an exceptional artisan, but as a true ambassador for the decorative plaster community. Through exotic luxury lines, he has successfully bridged the worlds of artisan and manufacturer, bringing authentic Italian decorative finishes to professionals around the globe while preserving the heritage, the authenticity, and the artistry that define Venetian plaster. His commitment to sourcing and producing materials rooted in Italian traditions has helped countless of artisans achieve finishes that honor our craft's rich history while pushing it into the future. But his influence extends far beyond the walls that he creates. Through the Exotic Academy, he has welcomed artisans from around the world to an environment dedicated to learning, growth, and mastery. There, he shares not only techniques and materials, but the lessons, the discipline, and the passion that have shaped his own journey. By investing in the next generation of artisans, he is helping ensure that the craft continues to evolve and thrive for years to come. In meeting Gian Carlo, we don't simply just meet an artisan or manufacturer. We meet an entrepreneur, an educator, a content creator, a mentor, and perhaps more importantly, a catalyst for the next generation of decorative plaster artisans. Here at Limeburn, we seek out those individuals whose influence extends beyond the walls that they create. We seek those whose contributions leave a lasting mark on the industry itself. Gian Carlo embodies that spirit.
It was beautiful, bro. I was like,
and meant every word of it, bro.
Yeah, it's
meant every
beautiful,
word of it.
man. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So first things first, thank you so much for you and your family coming.
Of course,
I appreciate you guys. Whatever you guys need, just let me know. I got you. Welcome to the Exotic HQ. It took me a long time, a lot of thought that brought into this. My Sexy Walls podcast, this is a tin wall. This is a real metallic N4 finish, real metal.
Yeah.
On the wall.
Yeah,
I did this because I wanted, and you know, the funny part is that when I did this, it was a vision in my head months before that I want a metal wall. Not a Venetian plaster wall, metal wall. So every time I turn on the camera,
a little reflection of it, yeah.
And I always had it thought in my head. And when I started creating this, I said, guys, I'm starting the Sexy Walls podcast because of COVID. Everybody started doing podcasts. I was like, guys, I'm gonna start a Sexy Walls podcast. It's gonna be about this, that, and I brought my vision to life.
Yeah, it's nice, bro, honestly, man.
Thank you, bro.
God's blessed you, bro.
Thank you, man.
God's blessed you because this whole facility, when I walked in, you know what I felt when I walked in? I felt like love when I walked
It's
in.
nothing but love. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good energy.
Yeah, it's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's like good energy here, bro.
We're blessed by God here. You know what I mean? For sure.
For sure, bro. You could see it. You could definitely see it, you know?
And I treat people right. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get rich off you. There's no point.
Right.
The goal is to keep you successful. When you're doing good, I'm doing good. When my employees are doing good, I want them to have a nice car. I want them to have nice clothes because then I look good. You know what I mean? It just shows that you're dealing with exotic, you're going to be doing fine.
Sharing the wealth.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sharing the wealth. That's good, bro.
Just sharing knowledge alone, what you and I do, sharing knowledge and teaching people how to do things properly is already sharing the wealth.
Yeah. Well, you've been doing it for a very long time, for decades.
Yeah, man.
You've been sharing for decades, bro.
I get love and hate for it.
Yeah, no, I can imagine why. You know, I can imagine why. But the truth is that what you've been doing, it's a lot different than from what a lot of people are doing. I just stepped on the scene. You know, everybody knows I'm new on the scene. You know,
and you blew up quickly.
Well, you know what? I think it's because of God, bro, honestly. It has nothing to do with me.
I agree.
You know, the things that I've been able to achieve over my career, you know, it's been a blessing for me, you know. But the reasons why I decided to, you know, to step on the scene or to start this, like you, how you feel. I have a lot of passion for all the artisans out there, bro, you know, because we've been doing it for so long, right? And then I see a lot of people, especially like what we were just talking about upstairs, about people taking advantage of other people, bro. And not that I'm anybody to trying to change the industry in that, but to educate the artisans that are out there that are trying to, you know, learn new skills or trying to do something to better their business, right? To not get caught up with somebody who's just gonna take their money and not really teach them anything. Maybe just give them a certificate, you know?
Yep.
And I think that's one of the dangers that artisans have to look for, you know? And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to...
A lot of people don't know if that's what's gonna happen to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, because they don't know the difference. They don't know whether or not this person's really showing me something, you know?
That's the problem.
Yeah.
You know? And then everybody knows how to sell a class. Hey, I'm gonna teach a Venetian plaster class. I got you.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, I'll do it. But the main thing is study the applicator, who they are, and how long they've been doing it. And that's the best. Yeah. That's why I teach people, if you want to learn from a real applicator, contact me. That's why I say that.
I'm really impressed with your bling bling, bro. The one I use is not the bling bling. I've made a couple samples of the stuff that you sent me.
Yeah.
And I really like your Marmorino, like the Marmorino sand.
Yeah, it's my #1 seller.
Yeah, I really like it, bro. You can get that movement with it without really trying too much, you know?
Exactly. I'm going to show you the condo I'm taking you. The whole condo is that, and you won't even see any movement. They want it, no movement on it.
So what did you do for that? Like, you got
a secret, bro. Yo,
it's a secret.
Guys,
You're not gonna share the secret?
Guys, I don't teach the game for free. You gotta come pay for it.
You gotta come to his academy, man. Hey, you know what? Honestly, like, and I'm not trying to like, cause John Carlo's not
I'll teach it to you
paying me to say this or anything like that. But if you guys are in the area, or if you guys want to, you know, travel to learn, you know, how to do it right, and from someone who has the passion, someone who's actually doing it, you know, like on a day-to-day basis. This guy does, you know, multiple $1 million jobs, you know. In a year, I'm sure you do a lot of big jobs.
Yeah, yeah. I don't stop. I just finished doing a condom, which is a little fort for you to have space. I just finished doing a whole lobby of a hotel, man. I would like to take you there too if we have time. Very beautiful. I do a lot of lobbies here in Miami. And remember, to get these lobby jobs is not that easy, man. They get 2 quotes, 3 quotes from different people. You have to have the proper paperwork, proper insurance, proper everything, you know? To see the jobs, like the job that we're going to now, to get in there, you have to have everything done properly.
Let me ask you something. Speaking about, you know, like having to do proposals, right? Or contracts with people out here. You being here in Miami, this is what I think. When I think about John Carlo, I think about you have control over the industry here, right? Or the market of Venetian plaster. So do you have competition that you have to bid against or here in town?
Yeah. So this is what happens. So let's say somebody calls me and they know me and they're like, hey, just to let you know, I have to get 3 bids. I don't even ask who they are. I don't really care. You know, I'm like,
they're just looking for price.
They're looking for price. Now, sometimes it's not about the cheapest, it's not about the most expensive. It's about if it's a good working environment with that particular person. Because you go cheap, but then you guys don't do well together. And then that cheap person doesn't even get their final balance because all you do is class.
Heads,
You know, but it's the cheapest. But in the end of the day, it wasn't the cheapest. Or you get the most expensive, but he's mean to you and you're mean to him, and the work environment is bad. I come in as a real person and I tell them how it is, and they're like, "Oh, can you match this guy?" I'm like, "Look, man, I'm not a rookie. That's a rookie price. I'm not gonna do that. I haven't done that price for years. I swear to God, this is how I say it. I won't get mad at you if you use them. Go ahead, use them. Everybody needs to eat. You know, they'll probably end up buying product from me anyways. Use them, it's fine." And people just, I guess me saying no to them, they're like, damn, we want this guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, use them. One time I went, my ex-wife remarried someone who does this for a living.
Really?
And
what are the odds of that?
I put him to work in the company. They had an emotional affair. That's what happened. They had an emotional affair. She left me for him. Right. It was a bad divorce, bad everything.
My bad. What I was referring to is like, you know how you're an artisan and then she married.
But let me tell you, that's how Sexy Wall started because of that. Because when all that happened, when I got divorced, I was really down and broken mentally. So I was listening to a lot of R&B music, you know, a lot of romantic music. Always brought my head back together. You know, music is the language for everybody, you know? So I'm here doing it, and I'm like, oh, I'm effing up these walls. I'm making love to these walls. I'm sexing up these walls. Sexy walls. That's how Sexy Walls hashtag started. Sexy Walls. First person on the planet that ever used it. And I know because even when I started this company, I looked it up. Exotic wall finish. Nobody had an exotic name. Not one person. Only strip joints had exotic angels, exotic this, exotic that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody had it. I opened it. I introduced it like
Now it's
crazy.
everywhere.
Now, exotic flooring, exotic epoxy. Not one company. Then I created Sexy Walls. How dare you say sexy? What does that even mean? Blah, 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 blah. And some people are like, yo, you're bringing sexy back. Some people loving it, some people hating it. I said, look, you see something that attracts you. You see a bathroom and it's attractive. Yo, this bathroom is a sexy looking bathroom. Now I have a designer saying it, architects saying it, everybody's saying sexy. Yo, those are sexy floors. Yo, that's a sexy table. Nobody used to say it, ever. It was it was trying to be political correct.
Yeah.
They don't say things like that. And I just broke everything in that sense.
Yeah.
But that's how Sexy Wall started. So yeah, man, so I went to a job site, going back to that topic, and they're like, yo, we had this little guy, looks like a rat. That's exactly how he said it. And I'm like, oh, you talking about this guy? I say his name. They're like, yeah, that's him. I'm like, yeah, man, he's married to my ex-wife. And they're like, no way. I'm like, yeah, man. I said, yo, use him, bro. You feeding him, we'll feed my kids, because my kids live there 50-50.
Right.
So that's fine. Use him. He knows what he's doing. Even though all the shit he did to me, yeah, he knows what he's doing. He'll give you a nice job. And then for them seeing me say that, like, yeah, man, use him. It's not a problem. They end up hiring me. But I didn't want them to hire me. I wanted them to hire him. Because then now I felt like if I took his job or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're probably talking crap about me. But they don't know the real story. You know what I mean? Oh, I lost a job. I didn't get it. Who got the job? Oh, exotic. Oh, funny. You know? Hey, give him the job. It's going to feed my kids too. It's not a problem.
So you don't feel any kind of animosity or nothing like that? You're cool with everything?
I'm cool with everything, bro. There's a lot of work here for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what
Miami's big, man. There's a lot
huge.
of
What I don't like is when people come from different countries to my town, they don't come say hi to me. Then I find out they're here and they're my friends. And then I'm like, yo, you ain't check in. You know what I'm saying? You ain't check in with exotic. That you're allowed to be here. No, one time I went to Tampa to do a restaurant. I didn't want to do it. I was trying to give it to my friend, but they wanted me because of my post. I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'll fine, I'll do it. I'll go over there. I'll call my friend, and I'm like, yo, I'm here. You want to have dinner? This is him. You're here. Why are you here? Oh, I'm blah, blah, blah. Who's this contractor? Who's this designer? Where's store? I want to go see it. He's so mad at me that I was there in his town. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. You go to Miami all the time. I see you in Miami posting pictures. You don't call me and ask me permission to work in Miami. How dare you get upset with me? I'm calling you to take you out to dinner and you're attacking me? There's people like that, bro. There's people like that in the world, man.
You can't change people. All you can do is just work with what you got, bro.
Just work with what you got, man.
Which brings me to something else that I wanted to talk to you about, a topic, man, that's talking about that, you know? Like, really what it is just haters, you know? People who want to hate on you because you're doing good. And when you're doing good, brother, you're going to attract that. You're going to attract that. So, which brings me to my next question. What do you do? How do you handle that? Like, how do you handle, like, for instance, like comments? Like the other day, I seen one of your videos, one of your posts. You were showing how to trowel out a small area around the door frame, and how someone commented like to remove the freaking. Like, why would you do that, bro? Like maybe he was just teasing you, but
no,
still,
he wasn't teasing.
Just the fact that he said that.
I looked him up.
Oh, so he was actually legit.
So this is what happens. There's a lot of people from different parts of the world that get upset. You know, you're doing a video and they make stupid remarks in comments. The secret of answering back a comment is putting your phone down after you read it. You read it and you put it down and you continue doing what you're doing and you think about it, because at that moment you could be very upset.
Oh yeah,
and you can say something very immature, very juvenile. You can say something very dumb. And what happens with people like me, I say it, and that's an easy way they continue to attack me.
Yeah.
So I put it down and I continue my day and I think about it, and then I actually laugh about it. And then I respond with something positive or whatever. One time somebody attacked me for something and they put it in a group, UK group. It was in the UK, in the United Kingdom. They're very mean in the UK, bro. Artists.
Really?
Yeah, man. They attack people hardcore, bro. Like, yo, that color's shit. It looks like crap. You have to be very careful how you say things in comments, because this is what I learned in groups. So check this out. I'm going to tell you two stories. First, they attacked me in that group. I wake up, I see it, I take a shower, I come back, I reverse psychology. Hello, guys. This is Gian, Carlo, the person you're talking about. I'm here. Such a positive remarks everybody's saying. I love the love and respect you guys are giving me. Now, anybody who wants a 20% off my trial, order it. I'll give it to you 20% off, free shipping.
Yeah.
Everybody stop with the comments. Everybody stop. Boom. Just like that. Boom. I could have easily said, F you, I'm better than all you guys. I just looked at your pages. You guys are nobodies. I could have said so many things, but it's lowering myself to that level. It's no bueno. It takes too much from you.
Right.
Just be positive about it.
Man, you know what,
Just
dude?
be positive about it.
I respect that about you. For me, well, since I'm new on, at this, I've had a few.
Don't answer it right away. Just think about it. If it's too dumb, I just leave it or I delete it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is why I delete it. You guys have to understand, I have homeowners that follow me and designers that follow me, right? So if you write something stupid on a wall that I did, the homeowner could see it. And if the homeowner sees it, they're gonna have a second opinion about it now.
Right, yeah, of
they're
course.
in love with their wall. But now somebody said the color is shit.
But
right?
that's why they're doing it, bro, to hate on you.
In this group, the applicator said the color is shit, right? So then a customer could read it and be like, yeah, the color doesn't look that good. You're right. And then becomes a problem, right? So this is what happens, what I try to teach people. This was in the UK. So let's pretend in that group, there's homeowners and designers that follow it too. A particular designer fell in love with the color and they asked for it. Yo, I love that color, can you do it in my house, right? That lady was in the same town where that guy said, that looks like shit. You think that designer is gonna hire that guy? He's already a positive and negative energy there. Oh, they're gonna hire him? No, he just lost that job just because of his comment. Just because you don't like that particular shoe or the particular color or the particular shirt doesn't mean you have to write it in the comment. You know what I mean? It's just immature and juvenile to write it. And then somebody respectful is gonna read it and be like, I will never hire this guy. So you just lost business just for saying something so stupid.
Right.
There was no need to say,
Yeah.
oh, I don't like the wall, just I don't like it. You don't have to write, I don't like it.
Yeah.
You just, oh, I don't like it. I see a lot of walls I don't like. I'm not gonna say, oh, I don't like your wall. What's the objective of that? What's the purpose? What would be my goal?
You're using energy to try to hurt someone, or using energy to try to make someone look bad, bro, instead of
But
trying
that
to...
energy will make you lose jobs.
Yeah.
You guys just don't understand that because you don't understand how social media works here, is the problem. Just because you're writing it doesn't mean I'm the only one reading it. Everybody's reading it. Homeowners, architects, designers, GCs, everybody reads it, okay? And then that's when you lose credibility, you lose faith, you lose a job. Like, I don't want to hire that guy. He's stupid. He was telling me to remove the trim. How am I going to hire the guy? He's going to end up breaking my whole house. So it's something like that.
We gotta take the windows out.
Yeah, I had to do that window. I had to remove that window.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but I get those type of comments all the time.
You know what? I'm gonna say something, bro. It's been a challenge for me. I don't know if I'm just hot-headed or whatever, but my wife has to really help me with that because
With what?
Sometimes I'll get a message. Like just the other day, and it wasn't towards me. It was towards one of the guys that was on Limeburn.
Okay.
And which, by the way, he did an amazing job, dude. I've seen a lot of fluted finishes over the years.
Yeah.
And this fluted finish, this guy, what I'm telling you about, man, dude, like his detail. I want to be there with that detail because he just I don't know if you would just call that when someone's just obsessed with something. Like you have to grab him, literally, and pull him away because he just doesn't want to leave the wall alone. But the fluted finish that they did was just so beautiful. But there was this dude that just posted a comment on it, and he just wouldn't stop, bro. And he had done it before. And I didn't block him or nothing. I just deleted the dumb comment that he made,
I give people 3 chances. If they come back on the 3rd time with another post a different day, I just block. They lose the chance to continue following my page and looking at stuff. I give them 3 chances. Remember that. I delete it. I don't answer back, and I see it again. Block. This is the problem. The problem is that you weren't raised with social media like me.
I wasn't,
raised.
bro. Yeah.
You're an OG, so it's hard to teach old dogs new tricks, right?
Yeah.
That's a saying out there in the world. It can be, but if you take well to counsel, it could be. What do I mean by that? If you want to become better and you take well listening to someone else and listening to their understanding of why things can happen, you could fix that, So that's what I had to learn in time, that actually from her grandfather was teaching me that. Then I started teaching that to other people as well.
Yeah,
just
good, bro.
listen to why they're upset and then go from there. There's some people you can't fix and you just boom, you know what I mean? But I try to listen to it, I give it a break, and then I reply back, or I don't reply at all. I just remember who it was, and then I give them a chance, and then boom, they get blocked. You can't attack because you have too many people that love you now. So when you attack and you say something stupid or negative or profanity,
right,
they lose respect for you.
No,
You know what I
definitely,
mean?
yeah.
So now,
and that's what these people want.
That's what they want. They always want to be, I'm the one who
got him
who
to
got
do
him.
that.
I got exotic. I got Limeburn.
Yeah.
I got this. I got it. You know, I'm never gonna give you that chance to say that.
Yeah, I understand the concept of what you're trying to say.
You just have to flip it on them.
Yeah.
You just got to flip it on them. But it all takes practice, man, because you can get upset quick. This is why you got to put your phone down.
Constructive criticism is good, because if someone has an opinion about something, then that's okay, because everyone's allowed to have an opinion. But when you're being like hateful, or you're being mean, you know, or you're making fun of someone, you know what I mean, from the way they look, like I got like some dumb comments, bro. Like,
yeah, the problem is that it could take away from whoever you're doing the video with. It could bring them down, or it could demotivate them.
Yeah.
And that's the worst, you know, somebody that's motivated and loves what they do and respects it, and you demotivate them by a stupid comment, you know, you have to be careful with that.
That's what they call cyberbullying, right?
Yeah.
Cyberbullying.
Yeah. There's a lot of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, there is.
It's crazy, man. Especially with these politics things going on in the world. It's crazy, man. It's like, I don't even want to make a comment in these things.
Right?
I was like, no, I'm going to stay out of this. You know, they attack you like a whole nother level.
Since you brought that up, that's one of the reasons. Like, I didn't hesitate on, you know, making a video about, like, for instance, like right now, what's going on. I noticed that on the news here in Miami, they got together to get a bunch of stuff, food and medical aid for the people in Venezuela. And I was just, you know, wondering about that, because I had posted a video like about a week ago maybe, about that, you know. And I don't know, I just think that it's important, you know, to encourage people to want to help or whatever.
Of course, you always want to help, always, in every aspect in life, you know what I mean? That's one of my goals. I feel like God has blessed us, and with that we bless others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you become successful, and the way you share that wealth is hiring people, training people, they're working with you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hiring people already, boom, that's already sharing. You know what I mean? You started a company, you're hiring employees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the objective of what a company needs, and people need work.
Yeah, you can definitely see God's blessing you, bro. And because of your passion and the way you do it too, and the way you treat people, and your honesty.
And having the right team is important. Look, you're competing now with teams, so you have to be careful how you do things, you know. It's hard to do things alone now. But like, you have a team.
Yeah.
Whole team.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what helps you, that's what keeps pushing you, and how you continue doing what you're doing. I have teams.
Yeah.
That helps. You can't do this by yourself now. I started by myself. Very difficult. By myself. Nobody was rooting for me. I was rooting for myself. And until I started building, and I needed a team. And then I hired one person, and then the second person, and the third person, and that's how everything started. You know what I mean?
How do you feel here, like being here in Miami? I mean, because I'm sure you have, like, I would call it like celebrity status. You know, like when you go out to eat dinner, or you go to a movie with your kids, you get noticed a lot.
Do I?
Yeah, people want to take pictures with them everywhere he goes. Yeah.
People know me. I get recognition and all that, and I show everybody love and respect. You know what I mean? I see people from a distance pointing at me too. You know what I mean? And they don't come up to say hi, but they're pointing at me. You know, they show respect, but they could always come and say hi. You know what I mean? It's all good. And Miami, the thing is that I post for business. I don't post just to post. I post because it brings me business, it brings me new customers. I have something to share because I have knowledge of something, right? So that's the reason I do it. And from that, I get the perk from it. The positive parts and the negative, but you know, that people recognition, that know me and stuff like that, and then you want to get sponsored, and people want you at their store or at their restaurants or whatever, and you know, so it's a positive thing.
That's
it
good.
Could be a positive.
When you started all this, did you imagine it being where it's at right now?
So you know, a lot of people pray for the way their life is now, and when they didn't have nothing. And now when they have it, people complain or something like, it's too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just remember that one time you were praying for all that. No, man. I always wanted to be the best, for sure. So when I started as an airplane mechanic, right? And I got married into it. And I was looking at these amazing applicators. Man, he does it so good. I want to do it like him, do it better. So I started learning different movements from different people, right? The best thing was I do Bible studies. And I was having a Bible study with a gentleman called Michael Martin. I'm putting you out there, Michael. And to me, he was a great plasterer in every aspect. Good mutter, good Venetian plasterer, but he came from the trade of plastering.
Right.
Right? From
And he
compound.
read his Bible.
And he read his Bible.
Perfect man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I asked him to teach me. He was part of the company. I was Bible studying with him, so very Bible smart. And to me, he was the best. I surpassed him already because now he's just a car mechanic. You know, he didn't want to do this anymore. And I loved his movement. He gave a nice, beautiful butterfly wings, you know, movement. And I got trained that way.
Yeah.
So the whole crew was trained that style.
Yes.
Butterfly
Yes.
wings, circular motion,
Right.
stuff like that, you know? So that's how I continue training people.
No, I can
stuff
see
that
your
way.
technique. Your technique has that butterfly look to it. Yeah.
And that's how I was trained. Some people are straight, you know, and me personally, I don't like it because in nature there's no straight lines.
Right.
You want everything having circular motions. So that's what I try to teach, and that's what they taught me. So I continue with what they taught me. You know what I mean? And remember, I was at the #1 company selling in the United States. So I had all types of artisans coming to buy product. And I always asked them, how you do this? How you do that? This is when I was a rookie, I was a baby, you know what I mean? Or they come handicapped, or they walk weird. And I ask them, what happened to you that you're walking like that? And I asked for it not to happen to me. So me starting my company, I had probably almost 0 mistakes because learning from other people's mistakes. Just asking, what happened to you? How come you can't raise your hand all the way like this anymore? What did you do? Oh, and then the injuries and why. So I do things and I teach. So I could continue raising my hand like this. I'm 45 years old and I can still raise my hand all the way up. A lot of people can't do that.
Yeah.
So little things that you learn from different people that they're doing wrong, they're doing right, stuff like that. Like, hey man, you're 65 years old and you're so healthy. What did? What have you been doing? And the way you eat, the way you exercise, the way you do life, whatever it is. And you learn from that and you follow the recipe that works. There's recipes out there already that's working for people. You know what I mean? So continue with some recipes that people are doing, but in your own way. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. So this man that you're referring to, the one you're talking about, he gave you a Bible study, right?
Yeah.
He's the one that he's the one that introduced you to the plaster? He's the one that line burned you?
No.
No?
No. It was my ex-father-in-law.
Okay.
He's the one. Her grandfather.
Okay. And he's the one that taught you how to plaster?
Well,
but his technique, so you were learning from different...
I was learning from different ones. He
people.
was the main master applicator
Okay.
at the team.
Yes.
So I wanted to learn more from him. So I learned more from him. You know, the other people were other applicators and he was the boss. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I learned from many people. But I guess for that terminology, line burn me, I guess it will be him. Because her grandfather was the boss.
Yeah.
He wasn't a real
right.
applicator. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I would say he will be the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give where credit is due.
Right,
You know what I mean?
heck yeah.
Good
That's-
gentleman, has a beautiful family. Congrats.
Yeah, that's good, bro. I mean, we all got line burn from somebody.
Yeah,
Somebody.
man. We weren't born with these skills.
No, at all. My story is weird too, bro. I wouldn't say it was forced on me, but everywhere I went, you know, back then, 25 years ago, it wasn't popular at all, dude. Like, you wouldn't see it anywhere.
No. It wasn't popular at all. So when I got into it, end of 2002, starting of 2003, it was a dead industry. The only reason her grandfather, Forense, was selling the product, but wasn't really selling the product. It had an application team, right? So that was Forense Enterprises, and then that was Forense Color. Forense Finishes was the application team. I was part of that team. They had to do application to make Forense Enterprises survive. Like, this company is surviving only because of Exotic Wall Finishes. Exotic Wall Finishes paid for the material to begin with. You know, my company paid for everything of it. The application company built everything, you know what I mean? It was something like that. So the application companies, it was the main mother of where the money was coming from. Then you built something like this and nobody really knew about it. So you had to do application so people could see it. Hey, I love that. Where do I learn? Oh, the office is over here. They made a VHS video and all that, right? At that time it was VHS. I come into the company and they're like, yo, we're gonna teach you. This is a VHS video. Watch it at home, put it on, and I'm like, this is the dumbest video I've ever seen in my life. This is how it really went down. This is a real story, okay? First time ever in a VHS movie and all that. They're the ones that did it. Like, this is stupid. This guy is reading out his name. Hello, my name is Gian Carlos from Exotic. It's like, you don't know your own name, your own company name? You know what I mean? He had a hole in his shirt. His hair was messy, like he just woke up. Very bad. Great applicator.
Yeah.
You know, but very, very messy.
But his skills definitely weren't on
So I said,
getting filmed.
Yeah, for sure. I said, yo, we have to do a new video. And forget VHS, let's do DVD. They're like, perfect. Starting, I was skiing as a crackhead. I was no tattoos, nothing. So I started with a video, how-to video, and we started it on a DVD. We sold that DVD. I think it was at $13 at that time.
Do you still have it?
I might.
Yeah.
I gave the DVD to everybody. I wanted everybody to know. People in Italy, everywhere in the planet, people were getting it. And then they put it on YouTube for the first, because it was a successful DVD. Then let's do DVD part 2. And we did DVD part 2. Let's do DVD part 3. Then we did DVD part 3. And then all that was transmitted. This is no Facebook and no Instagram at that time.
Right, there was.
And everything was put on YouTube, right? Boom, boom, boom. And then that's when, family fights were happening through the company, divorces, and Facebook pops up. And I started putting some things in Facebook, and people were getting upset. Oh, I'm sharing the secrets, you know what I mean? All this other crap. And I was like, oh, we're trying to sell the product. The objective is to sell the product for the company.
Right.
People need to learn how to do it to buy from it. So that was the objective of doing videos, for people to learn and buy, right? That was the only go. But because of that, it made me popular. So when the owner was going to Italy for trade shows, they used to ask for me. They're like, oh, where's Gian? They didn't know who nobody was. They only knew me because I was in all the videos. So that got a little jealousy in that part, but I continued doing videos. I continued attacking Facebook now and YouTube, and started my own YouTube page and attacking Facebook videos, how-to videos, pictures, so much stuff that her grandfather used to come, hey, what's up with this picture? I'm like, oh, isn't that a good picture? But he was saying that because he was jealous of it. And I was like, it's a good picture, right? Like, yeah, man, it's like a good picture. Like, what's the problem? Like, I'm showing off what we sell, you know? And I continued doing that. I didn't let nobody stop me from that. I just kept doing that, boom, boom. Now, when I got divorced, the only pictures I was posting was my kids, 2 kids. Only thing I was doing that. So much that my mom called me and she goes, yo, you're posting too much of your kids. Start posting your work the way you used to. Attack it. And I didn't think about it. I was Dwayne Wade's house at that time. I mean, he played Dwayne Wade. I was driving to his house when she called me. I was just stuck in a bridge. And I was like, fine. And I started posting, and I attacked it. I flooded it out. I attacked it in every aspect. Boom, boom. Everything I did, I put it on video. Everything I did. And that's how everything started from that.
So your mom gave you the idea.
My mom was like, yo, stop posting your kids.
You had gone through a traumatic experience,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It was very traumatic to go through something like that.
Well, I was alone. That's all I knew. I was all I knew, and I was getting pushed out from it.
Right.
Because we got divorced. The mother was, my ex-wife was the daughter of the owner of the company.
Right.
So I was slowly but surely getting pushed out.
Yeah, that complicated things
Oh,
for you,
complicated. She got remarried, all that. It was just very ugly for me. I wasn't happy. So I left and I started Exotic Wall Finishes, and then that blew up. It blew up quickly because I was already face of that company and I already had videos out and all that. So then when I did the transition to Exotic Wall Finishes, everybody just followed. And then that did very well for me.
Do you get along with everybody still, with the family?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Me and the mother don't really talk, only for the kids when we have to. But with the family, I kept it peaceful because I was buying from them at first.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have this. I had to buy it from them.
Right.
So I bought from them. It's funny because I stopped buying from them because every time I went in there, it was always a problem because my ex-wife was there, right? I should have special prices, you know, I was the main guy in this. I helped it, build it to $1 million company. You know, I was having problems. Every time I went there, I went to the bathroom. My ex knew if I did a number 1 or number 2 if I went to the bathroom. Like, how the heck, you know? Oh, you want a discount? You have to call my father. So I called him. I said, look, every time I go to the store, I can't be calling you to pick up a bucket of Marmorino for a discount. I should have it embedded in the system. My discounts, this, that, okay. But it continued problem, so I stopped buying from him. I went somewhere else. Boom, stop. That's when I became even more popular and representing the other product. I'm not gonna say the product's names. I'm representing. They had to call me back. It says, yo, we want you to come back. If we can't beat you, we'll join you. That's what he said. If you can't beat them, join them, right? That's a saying out there.
Yeah.
They're like, we can't beat you. Like, you're taking over. We want you to represent our product again. I said, well, I'll do it if you give me this price. I get free samples, I get free tints and all that. No problem. Boom, boom. Started going boom. Then I started my trial line, boom. They didn't want to carry my trial line. I made it so famous that they called me. They're like, yeah, we're going to have to carry it. Too many people are asking for it. They started carrying it, all that. Well, before I started my own product line, the manufacturer that they were buying from, I asked them, I gave you guys a chance and you didn't want to. I called them and I said, hey, I want to start my own exotic brand with your company. Maybe. I was like, let's do it because it's going to happen. Let me get the next bling bling that comes out. The next Grisello.
Let me ask you something about that. What made you do that? Like, where did you get the idea? How did you get the idea? Like, what motivated you to want to, like, manufacture or to sell your own product?
Because of the trowel line. It was an exotic brand.
So the fact that you started your exotic line on your trowels and, you know, being an applicator, being an artisan, and then doing something like this, and then doing it and it's working, motivated you to say, you know what, if I can do this,
check out, this is
I can start selling product too.
Check this out. So I was buying from another company.
These trowels are really freaking cool, bro.
This for you. That's my gift to you. Yo, so all right, so check this out.
I won't use it if you give it to me.
I was using another brand trowel.
This is dope.
And this guy calls me and says, yo, we want you to use our tools. I was like, all right, cool. Send me some. I tried it out. I loved it. It's Marmorino tools, Alberto, boom. I said, hey, look, I was very popular at that time. I was like, continue using your tools, but I want to be in your magazine. I want to be in your posters next time you do a trade show. I want you to fly me to the other side of the world, make me famous worldwide from the trowel company. They're like, I got you.
You told him that?
I told him that. If you want me to continue using your tools. He said, fine, I got you. He was a man of his word. He flew me down even to Italy to do a show for them. When I was there, they were creating the gold trowel. And I was like, I want this, but, so this is the trapezoid trowel was the only trowel I used, right? I was like, yo, I want this with the gold. He goes, but I want it under my brand. And he starts laughing. I'm like, what's so funny? He goes, every applicator applicator wants to do it but never does it. That's what exactly how you told me. Every applicator wants their own trial brand but never do it. You know what I did? This is exactly how it went down. In Italy.
Yeah.
I went to my pocket and I go like this. Just like this. Charge $5,000 onto it and start producing my trial exotic brand. Just like that. Charge me $5,000 and start producing my exotic brand. He looks at me with a face, and I'm like, I'm not playing around. Charge me $5,000 right now and start producing the trials. But this is the only thing. I'm gonna make this trial so famous that people are gonna want it, but without the name. And what do you say? And he looks at me and goes, I'll say no. I said, exactly. Well, I'm gonna make this trial so famous that everybody in the world is gonna want it. Every manufacturer is gonna want it. Thus, it started happening. Boom. Every manufacturer started carrying it. Boom, boom, boom. They're selling different brands and having my exotic trial.
These trials are very popular now.
So the ones that you see like this, without the exotic that other companies made, all that, because I made it so big. That's why they have it, because of me. So anyways, so I did it. Boom. He started producing it. People started calling him. And we made a special agreement, a special deal. And he calls me and goes, yo, I have the biggest manufacturer in Italy wants your trial, but without your name on it. But you still get your percentage out of it. I was in the Bahamas working at that time. I was like, nope. He goes, but you're still gonna get money. I said, nope, I don't want that. The reason why I don't want that is because it's gonna tarnish my name. If we do it for this company, another company is gonna ask for it. And then the exotic brand, the exotic empire I'm building is gonna collapse. So it's a no. So we said no to this company. I'm not gonna say the company, but it's a big company. And they started buying from another place. And we continued doing my plan. And boom, 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 exotic. That's why you see people posting pictures with their trials. I started that. Like, yo, this is what makes me my money right here. Boom, stuff like that. And people started posting it, boom, 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 famous. So because of this, eventually people were saying, yo, you should have your own brand of Marmorino. I was like, yeah, man. So the company I was using it, I asked them out, this is what I want to do. And they're like, nah, we don't want to keep it with our name. I was like, look, man, if I do it, I'm going to end up stealing some of your customers. Because everybody buys from your company because of me. Everybody asks me, where are you buy that product from? I send them your way. So the objective is this, for you to have my product. I don't have a store. So when people ask me, yo, where can I buy that product? I send them to you under the exotic brand. I send them to you. It's a simple transition. We'll order a whole container. It's my material. I pick up my material, but when people want, you sell them that material. You get your royalties out of it. I get a commission out of it. Simple transition. Nah. It's like, damn, I really don't want to open up a store. Because I was already a successful applicator. I was like, I really don't want to open up a store. Because I knew what it was running a store. Because I did it for such a long time. I did the warehouse manager over there. I knew how to tint. I knew how to do everything. So I knew what I needed to do. So I was like, damn, I guess I'm gonna have to do it, man. Because the Italians were like, all right, we're producing your products already. Because the whole time I was already looking for stuff. I was already doing it. So the whole time they started doing it. How am I gonna sell all over the world my exotic brand and me not use it in the USA? Or when people ask me, oh, I don't have it, I'm gonna look like an idiot. So I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to bring it. Bring me 2 pallets. I had nowhere to put these 2 pallets. I was looking for a store everywhere. Everything was so expensive, bro. I was looking for a store, bro. There was even a story to this store, bro. I get the store. It was very hard to find a store that I wanted right out of the highway. I get this store. When I get the store, the guy who's in charge of it knows me from social media. Oh, yeah, I know you. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm going to do it. He goes, all right. I'm like, while you're doing the paperwork, the process of the
Let me get in here and start plastering.
Can I start fixing this
You
place
told him
up?
that?
Yeah. He goes, yeah.
You said that.
Yo, he goes, yeah, you could do it. Check this out. You know the key code already because I had a realtor. So the realtor gave me the key code. So we started doing it. Boom. We're upstairs. We started upstairs first. And then we started mudding here and breaking things. He comes in to change these. These things they're white, but they're all messed up. I said, yo, I need you to change them. They're all bulking up, all bending. All right, cool. He comes in, sees my guy's working. I wasn't there. I was at a job site. Kicks him out. Like, oh, hey, this guy, un fresco, come in here, fixing all this crap. Get that guy out of here. We're not going to rent to this guy anymore.
Oh, wow. After you've already...
After we're doing everything. They left the staff up there. They kicked out my guys. They called me. I'm like, what are you talking about? They let me. So me trying to get in touch with this guy didn't want to pick up the phone to me anymore. No, I had to go to the association company. I'm like, look, with my realtor. I was like, yo, he authorized me to do it. I totally apologize. I didn't mean any disrespect, but he told me I could continue working on it. That's what he told me. Like, I already invested all this money into it. I measured everything for the pallet racks, everything. Everything was the process. So they're like, all right, we're going to continue the paperwork. It's going to take 2 weeks, but you can't go in there. So I had my material in there. I already ordered stuff. I already ordered the floors for upstairs, all this crap. I had the guy ready to build this. He was calling me every day, yo, do I go? I was like, nah, man. It was embarrassing for me to tell him no. They kicked me out.
Right.
I had to wait 2 weeks. It was embarrassing for me. So I was like, nah, we just got to wait. I still haven't got the key. They're like, yeah, but we're just in there. Like, you had the key when I was talking to you. And I was like, yeah, but it's just a process. So he probably thought I was lying to him. So then when I finally got the key, We had everything ready. They came in with the pallet racks, built it. We already knew everything I was going to do. Boom, boom. This guy came, put everything in there. Boom. So we did all this in 2 weeks.
Everything fell into place.
Everything fell into place.
It was a setback, but it really wasn't a setback, right? Yeah. It was a challenge for you.
It was a challenge. I felt like the devil was pushing me.
Right,
like,
right.
Yo, this ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
So there was 2 ways. I continue, or I just give up.
Yeah.
Then I had the 2 pallets come in, and I still didn't have the place yet. So I was freaking out because I had 2 pallets that were gonna be delivered to my house. That's 66 buckets.
Did you find yourself praying?
Yeah, man.
You did.
So I had to call these people again. Look, guys, you guys don't understand. I need the key because I have 2 pallets of material coming in that I have nowhere to put it. Can I please just stick it in there, please?
Yeah.
So I went back to the association, and they're like, yeah, man, of course, not a problem. The guy who got yelled at me, got into a fight, comes in. I'm like, yo, like, ¿qué pasó? He's Spanish. Like, ¿qué pasó? I thought we had like an understanding because to the 2 weeks I didn't speak to him. He didn't want to talk to me. Oh, no, todo está bien. I'm like, sí, pero was I wrong? Yo hice algo mal because yo me acuerdo que tú me dijiste que yo podía entrar. ¿Te acuerdas? And he was like, yeah. And then I was thinking, so then what happened? Like he didn't answer my question. I'm like, so 2 weeks of miserably, I was waiting to get this or not, that I had to start looking for another place. Like I didn't know. It was just very strange. So anyways, I got the key, boom, opened it up. Yo, I got it.
Like you said, it was the devil trying to stop you, bro.
Yeah, man, they bring in the 2 materials, man. I was empty. And remember, I was all alone, bro. I had nobody supporting me. Like, everybody got mad that I was starting my own product line. So I didn't have people like,
yeah, of course.
I only had my girl, my family. That's all I had. You know what I mean? So
you're the underdog, that's for sure. You're the underdog, bro.
So I was scared. You know what I mean? But I did it, being positive, rooting for myself. I knew what I needed. Boom. I had backup from Marmorino tools that helped me out with a lot of things. And then, boom. I just kept going, positive, and just did my thing, man. You know what I mean? And it happened. You built it, they will come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to have faith.
You have to have faith, man. And now I outgrown this place. This place is too small for me already.
You're a really big inspiration in a lot of different ways.
Thank you, bro.
And one of the ways I can say, obviously, because of all the artisans that are out there that know you, right, personally.
Yeah.
And people who don't know you, have never met you, that follow you, they hear you and they hear you speak and how you teach. And so you're an inspiration for that. But I'm going to tell you something, bro. You also inspire me.
Oh, that's what's
You
up.
do,
Thank
you do, bro, because I feel the same way. Like, you know, doing what I'm doing right now, it's very challenging. There's a lot of, I've run into a lot of challenges.
I know.
And it's super expensive, you know, but I know what I'm doing is also a good thing, you know, it's not a bad thing. So I know God's helping me because, look, I met you. So check, I want to tell you something, bro. And I'm also a Bible reader like you.
Okay.
And I don't believe like in per se, like, what do you call that? Like manifesting things, right? I've never believed in that. But the last couple years, without knowing, I was actually doing that, bro. Like I was praying to God and I was asking God for certain things. And when I got on social media, I seen you. Keep in mind, I've never been on it, bro. So I've never really looked at it to try to like learn anything or even like to even, what do you call that? To just kind of kill time and like scroll. I've never done that, you know? And then when I got on it, I was tripping out how big it was all over the place, you know. And then I seen you, and I was like, man, I want to meet this guy. I want to meet this guy, you know. And when I started all this, I remember I told my wife, I told this guy right here too. Like when I first started it was last year, right? Last year. Yeah. Anyway, I had started planning this about 3 years ago, maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. I remember saying to myself that I was gonna meet you, bro. I was gonna meet you. You know, like there was, yeah, it's crazy,
but
man.
We became friends a long time ago, and I think I messaged you
for sure. Yeah,
I messaged you, and because I saw what you were doing, and I was like, yeah, I like this guy. He's real. You know, real recognizes real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, I like this guy, man. Let me just throw him out there, say what's up. Welcome to the world. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? Blah blah blah. I want to send you some free products.
Yeah, you did, and I appreciate it, bro.
You know, boom, and then we stayed in contact ever since. You know what I mean? You and I.
Yeah.
You know, I think we text each other weekly. Basically.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I appreciate you, man. Seriously, because like I was trying to tell you, you know, like how you inspired me, you know, is what I'm doing right now. You know, like you faced your challenges and you still moved forward, even though it was difficult. It looked like it wasn't gonna happen for you, and you had all this adversity around you. Not that anyone was attacking you, but no one was rooting for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see, bro, and in the vision that you have and the passion that you have, you know, it's
the vision. Even my girl was like, man, you built this from nothing like this. And she was like, yo, the vision that you have is insane. She told me. Yeah. She goes, it's insane. You brought something and you told me how you're gonna do it, and you did it exactly how you said.
Yeah, that's
and
cool,
I was like,
bro.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I did the same thing to my house. When we got the house, I was like, yo, this is gonna be this, is gonna be that. And you know, I could tell she started getting mad because she didn't have a say. Yeah. So I was like, yo, so what do you think think about putting white walls here? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Right.
And I was like, what do you think about doing a cement wall here?
Yeah.
That was the plan, but I had to make her think it was her idea too. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, good. I just let
funny.
you know that I had to do a crazy wall here
Yeah.
for video purposes. Okay, cool. For the bedroom, what do you think about
Yeah.
stuff like that?
My wife, she told me the same thing just recently because we're remodeling our home too, and I basically did the same thing. Like, she told me too, like, you did it all by yourself. You didn't even get any
And
credit.
I say to real applicators out there, if you're a real applicator, do your whole crib, man. Do your whole house. Like, don't be an applicator and say, oh, when I get home, that's the last thing I want to think of. I totally understand that because I'm an applicator and I'm tired too. But if you're an applicator and you don't have no plaster on your wall, then just go home, bro. Just don't even stop doing this.
The way I see
You
it
know?
is,
Stop doing
you're
this.
making other people's houses beautiful
And you
with
can't even do it
something
to your
that's
house.
beautiful. You deserve to do it to your own home and for your wife if you're married.
It gets me upset, man. I go to play, I'm like, yo, your house is not done.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I'm like, yo, get a free plaster. I'll give you a free bucket. Do something in your house. But
Yeah.
do it. I'm serious. I get upset, man. I'm like, yo, you do this for a living. You can't even show it off to your guests of
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have it in your crib. Look, my employees, their whole rooms are done free. You take the product and their whole room. I just saw it in videos and their bathrooms and their girlfriends' houses. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's cool,
That's
man.
pride. They respect what they do. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That they want to live it in their room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm really impressed with this. I just want you to know this is a nice gift because this is something that's done with probably BC. The year BC.
No, it's about 100 years old. So the people I got them from, I didn't want to say my secret, but so I got it from these people they're collectors. They go around the world, China, India, France. They haven't done it in the last 5 years, but they have their building is bigger than this whole entire parking lot. It's huge, bro. It's huge.
Yeah.
And bro, they have nothing but antiques there. And so I walked in there, right? Because that's where I'm going to do the arena.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the owner, and I was, signing the contract with her, and I seen these trowels. And I was like, no way,
Buying this is hard to give it away. So I appreciate you giving this to
Yeah,
me
for
because
sure,
this
bro.
is a thing that you guys will never see or even understand if you guys are not real plaster. You know what I mean? So this is no joke. This is gorgeous. This is
Happy birthday, bro.
I'm gonna have it hanging somewhere
Yeah.
around here, man, to show people how.
Yeah, you didn't even have to say that to the camera, bro. That was between us. You know
No,
what
but
I'm
this
saying?
is very, very nice,
Yeah.
man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for
Because
sure, bro.
I wouldn't want to give something like this away. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many you got. He probably has 5 of these. That's
No,
why
I
he's
did.
giving
I
you.
do, actually. I do.
That's why.
I
That's
got
the
them all,
only
bro.
reason.
Hey, bro, I
But that's
bought
the
them all.
only reason, because if he had one, he wouldn't give it to me.
And then when I got all excited, the lady was like, "Oh, you're getting excited over this?" And I was like, "I got more." And I was like, "Oh, show them to me." She showed
I
them
would've
to
bought
me,
them
and
too.
I fell in love with them as soon as I seen them. I picked them up, and I was like, "Man, they're all different too. They're not the same."
Yeah.
You can tell every applicator had a different feel to it. But I brought you that one because I was like, I think that one looks like it's the
gorgeous.
oldest.
It's gorgeous. I'm gonna do something to put it somewhere.
I
here.
haven't done. I gotta get me one. I have one at home that
plexiglass.
I'm gonna
box
get
or
a.
something
I already
like
have a box that I got from her. It's a box that's from India
that.
as
Send
well.
me a picture of it so I can see it. I could have somebody remake it. That's why.
I can actually. I'll send you that one because she's
Alright.
got a bunch of boxes, bro.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
India.
Send it to me.
They're just like wooden
I'll pay
boxes.
for the shipping. I'll send you the UPS
Okay.
label. All that.
Alright.
It's a nice presentation too.
Yeah.
It has to be a good presentation. I'll probably even remove that tree and put it there.
Nah, it's a really cool tool, bro. And like I said, it's a little over 100 years old, or right around 100 years old.